Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is sopamanxx, and I love to play Red Orchestra 2. But you shouldn't play it because it's too hard for you. And that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today I'm here to talk about, well, today I was listening to these three videos by both Red Dale and also by RevC. And well, RevC's video I was listening to like yesterday or 2 days ago, I don't remember. And Wings of Redemption Losing 1v1's compilation. This is a classic. So what I want to talk about today is I figured that there was some way to kind of encapsulate what a streamer does in one video. I think that most YouTubers have this kind of situation where they're going to be streaming a video game, they're going to be doing a video, and that video can perfectly encapsulate everything about their personality and what makes them great. Or in LOLCOW's case, what makes them so terrible and entertaining for all the wrong reasons. So for example, the Game Grumps, which is one example that I can think of, they have an episode of A Way Out, which is this co-op game, and where they both show their personality, they both show how homosexual both of them are, even though they're not really. I think Aaron Hansen is homosexual or bisexual, I'm not sure. Whatever. But they kind of play along with it and they have fun with it. And it's one of the most entertaining things I've ever watched in my life. It's like 20 episodes or maybe more. It's really entertaining. And they both have fun with it. You can tell that their personalities really come out. With PewDiePie, I think it's like maybe like his older videos more than his newer stuff, where he just gets jump scared really easily. And that really affects him and he gets angry, or the rage videos. And they just show them as enhancing their personality, if you will. That's the best way that I can describe it. So I figured that LOLCOWS, because of some weird coincidence, I was just watching this video by Red Dale. So shout out to Red Dale, because Red Dale is amazing. He makes great detractor content of Low Tier God, aka Dale Wilson, aka a guy who literally abandoned his daughter to have sex with Ferris, who is another homosexual man who also left his wife and daughter, if I'm not mistaken, or wife and son, to go be with Dale Wilson and fuck him in the ass. This is not hyperbole, by the way. This is all already proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Dale can deny it as much as he wants. But what I wanted to do was, I want to show these three videos because they perfectly encapsulate what each lolcow is. This is the purpose of this. We're just going to watch a couple of videos. We're not going to watch all of them, but I'm going to just show you a few little selected bits and pieces of it, of how these lolcows always handle it. For this, I'm going to turn off the music because this is something I want to listen to. So again, shout outs to Red Dale if he wants me to take out the video, and RevC also the same. And shout outs to Breaking Banquet. Massive shout outs to Breaking Banquet. I think he's, out of all the three detractors, I think he's the one who's most consistent and most entertaining. I'm not throwing shade at Red Dale or RevC, but the most entertaining one for me is Breaking Banquet, because he has the superpower of making lolcows entertaining, and that is something that, you know, you can't really do. I also have an old video on my channel from a year ago which tells you about how lolcows are created, but let's take a look at some of the videos. So this video, to sum it up, this is Dale again, exactly what the title's telling you. So he's like, oh, look at this guy, he says the N-word a lot because he hates himself, and he's very deeply closeted homosexual. I mean, he's not a closeted homosexual, he's pretty much a homosexual who pretends to not be closeted, I would say. But just to give you the idea about this.
See this random YOLO? That was the most bogus, playing nervous.
So I'm not going to show all the video. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, great. Okay, YouTube. Okay, fuck you too. But this is the guy, X-Predator 666. He's not Dale. This is another guy that he's playing against. And then
grandparents weren't even. He got to go to South Central.
I think he says, I'm gonna play it. I don't know if Falky is a good character. I'm just gonna check it out. If I'm just gonna check real quick what the tier is, because Falky, I mean, Falky apparently, I don't know what the tier is of this girl, but her best match is Sangif, her worst match is Bison. And vote for Falky's tiers. I'm not gonna vote for him. Sorry, I'm checking it out on another website here. It's not showing. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. But all you really need to know is that Low Tier God does not live up to his name. He always plays high tier characters, and then when he loses, He blames everyone but himself. This is a lolcow behavior. This is nothing special to Dale, but I want to encapsulate what Dale Wilson is with one episode. So again, he says, oh, this guy sucks. He's watching another guy play, one of his viewers, who twice subbed to him, which I think is pathetic. Don't ever sub to lolcows. Don't ever give money to lolcows. If you want to be entertained by lolcows, don't give them money. Giving them money is bad. If you don't give them money, it's more entertaining. But let's look at this video.
It's the moment of your life, bitch. Make it count. Your heart's beating like you just seen a bitch with a fat, juicy ass and you're contemplating spitting.
Here you can tell he's really homosexual. No man ever goes around like, hey, look at that fat ass bitch. If you go like that, that just means one thing. You're absolutely crazy. By the way, I might have to stop the stream in the middle of this because I ordered food. Today's a Sunday. I already celebrated. So happy Mother's Day to everyone who's watching.
Timmy, shut up for the 21 months. Round 1. Fight.
I mean, I don't need to show you everything. All you need to know is that he loses, he loses, he loses. All you need to know about this is that he loses every single round. And then he says around here, hold on, because I already watched the video, but here. Is this here? No, not yet. But he does say later, this is what he says later. Right here, around here.
You see that?
There it is.
Random YOLO shit? Alright, bro. That was the most bogus YOLO random shit ever in life. This nigga was playing nervous as fuck. Like his life fucking depended on it. Like
Lol, is LTG back to being a lolcow N-word? Wow, man. I love this. Yeah, well, it's not incorrect.
He was gonna
He's
die
a bitch.
if he didn't get that fake ass dub.
Okay, so again, let's recoup. Dale challenges one of his viewers that he saw lose against another player. I don't know who the other player is. He challenges him, loses, bans him. This perfectly encapsulates the personality and reality of Dale the bitch Wilson. Every single time he loses, there's an excuse. This is not exclusive to him. This is exclusive to all lolcows. Like, it's okay. Like, if you think that you wouldn't have won, that's okay. If you lose a game, that's okay. But if you say to someone, oh, I would have won if, but if I had done this, ifs, conditions, that doesn't work in real life. If I would have done this, then I would have won, but you didn't do it, Dale. That's the problem with you. Every time you complain about this, every time you shit on another player, it's always because you lose. And even when you win, you treat them like shit. And then you wonder why people hate on you and treat you like shit. And by the way, I want to point out something that I watch in other videos. That sub count is false as hell. Like, he does not have 3,000. And there's a website that someone made, which is, I don't remember. Someone made a website that keeps up the debt that he has. He's almost to $200,000 in debt. He's going to have to declare bankruptcy. Ferris is the only reason why he lives in his condo, in his little apartment. Ferris. And we've already seen another person walk behind the house. And it's definitely a dude. It's not even a woman. So Dale gets railed by Paris every night. At least we assume every night. Every night!
I literally could have just sat back and did nothing.
Yes, you could have. Absolutely, Dale. You could have done that, but then you lost. Wow, that's crazy, right? So what's your answer to this? What are you going to do about it, Dale? That combo. Got a question?
Straight up random ass YOLO ass nigga. I had the match won. I had the full life lead. I'm like, man, let me just do what I do. This bum ass just randomly YOLO'd out and pressed whatever the buttons was randomly on his shit. Sweaty palm ass, pussy ass, YOLO ass.
I'm laughing, by the way. I'm so happy.
Sorry, bitch ass. That's all I have to do is run the clock out on this lane.
Of course, Dale. Of course.
Garbage ass, YOLO ass player.
Are you gonna ban him now? Or did you already ban him? I don't remember, but he banned him already. I don't know when. So anyway.
Not be in my chat either. I'm gonna block the out of you too.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah. So this is Dale in a nutshell. This is Dale. So again, he thinks he's better than you, which he's not. He's a scumbag. He's a piece of shit. He abandoned his daughter. He impregnated some poor, like, 18-year-old girl. and now he abandoned her. But you know what? I think it's for the best, because I don't think that any lolcow should have children. If there's one one time in life where I say eugenics should come back, it's for lolcows. It's like, okay, you're a lolcow, you're not allowed to breathe. Cyrax, Amos G, Low Tier God, Dale Wilson. I mean, Richard, DSP, all these people, Phil Bornell from Renton, Washington, all these people should never be allowed to breed 100%, because if you have children and you perpetuate your bloodline, you are definitely hurting the world more than than helping it. Like Dale Wilson and all these guys, they do not contribute a thing to society. They're a net drain of society. They call bankruptcies, they scam people. I mean, at any point, they should be banned off the internet. I would love to see a lolcow that gets banned off the internet and just like loses everything. That's what I want to see. But that's one of them. He challenged a viewer, he lost, embarrassingly, and then he talked shit about him while he lost. Again, this is important. After he lost, he said bomb ass N-word, blah blah blah, N-word, because that's all the insults that he hates. Because to him, remember, N-word is an insult, so he hates himself. Because Dale is definitely an N-word. He's a piece of crap, and if he died, this is what I always say. If a lolcow died tomorrow, if one of the trifecta of big lolcows like Dale or Richard or DSP died tomorrow, the world would not be sad. No one would be sad. No one would be sad. His fucking dents would be like, oh, he died. I'm gonna go to the next person and give him my disability paycheck. So there's one already. Let's go to the other one. So this one has a little bit of a backstory to it. So he's gonna be fighting against a guy called Telly. So Telly is one of the best, if I remember, one of the best players. Telly right here. Telly is one of the best players of Evo. And Chaos Dimension also. I actually tweeted to this guy and I told him, I think. No, actually, no, I didn't. No, my bad. I don't remember who I tweeted to. I think I tweeted to someone. I don't remember. Anyway, but Telly is like one of the best players in the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which already puts you in a very high rung about this. Here is Darkside Phil. He's a groomer. He groomed his girlfriend Pandally before she was 18. Because as soon as she turned 18, she traveled halfway across the country to stay with him. That's not what you call like instant love. That's grooming. He's also a scammer. He takes money from people under false pretense. He says, I'm going to take money to use it to pay, quote unquote, directly quoting from him, my bills, and then uses it to spend money on WWE champions, DoorDash, and gin. So that's a scammer, and he should be banned off of YouTube, but YouTube doesn't give a crap. YouTube is one of the worst platforms ever. They started okay, but now they don't care. Like, as long as you make them money, YouTube does not care. YouTube does not give a crap at all about that. So we get this view, and I want to make a little disclaimer. I actually hate his voice, so I never watch more than a minute. I always just watch compilations.
Beat him with my joke team. Because I'll probably do better with the joke team. Because no one expects what I do with this team. No one even knows that you could do this shit. I'll probably do better. Watch.
Again, this is typical lolcow behavior. He's like, oh, you know what? I am so good at everything, and I know everything. And there are many videos. I don't need to go into details of DSP Phil just being told, hey, Phil, you are incorrect. This is factual information, Dale. I'm sorry, DSP. This is real information. You cannot refute it. And he just looks at the camera and says, you are incorrect. You're banned, banned, banned. Eat it. And that's it. So he's a loser. He's a piece of shit. He's a scumbag. And he's so much of a fucking, like, just delusional, insane, egotistical, narcissistic loser that he ignores reality. That's delusion, by the way. That's way beyond narcissism at this point. DSP ignores reality. So facts ignored. Give me a minute. I gotta go. I'll come back soon. Give me a minute. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to pause the video for a few minutes. Had to go get something, but now I'm back. And as I was saying, what I was talking about, I think what I was talking about is this is typical. This is the video that encapsulates Darkside Phil. Phil Burnell from Renton, Washington, who is a loser and, like I said, a scammer and a groomer. Those are the two things that are real. I mean, compulsive liar is kind of expected when you're a lolcow, so I'm not even going to bring that up. But this is what he does. And as I said before, he says, like, I have this amazing thing. I have this amazing strategy because I know everything. This guy and lolcows in general have Dunning-Kruger syndrome. So they think, like, I've been doing this for a week. So now I'm an expert on it. but then every single take they give is just the wrong one. So they keep just going up on the skill, but they never go back down to like, oh, I actually don't know anything. They do something for 1 week and they're already at the top of the scale of done. Like, I know everything there is to know. Like, it's like when you're like 15 or 16 years old and you say like, I don't need my parents anymore. I can just go and like get a job and like live life and be a millionaire. And it's not like that at all. But this is what Dale does. I'm sorry, this is what DSP does. He's a loser. So let's take a look.
I guarantee you I will too.
Let's take a look at the results.
Atrociously bad gameplay. Oh
Yeah, atrociously bad gameplay. He just started. Atrociously bad gameplay.
my god.
Blaming the lag, blaming everything. Again, I'm not going to show you the full video. You can watch the videos right here. There are the names. Here's the name, and here's the other name as well. You can look at it. So you can watch those videos if you really want to. They're all there. There's nothing special about them. But in case you haven't watched it, I've watched it. So he just blames lag on everything. He says like, man, I'm actually a very good player. I'm the best player. But he blames the lag, which doesn't exist. There are no people talking about MVC choose rollback code or net code or anything else. This is the only person in the world who has this problem where his controller doesn't work, which it does, where his lag doesn't work, which it does, he doesn't have lag, and where the buttons don't come out even though they do. And there's ample evidence about this. We're not discussing the possibility that maybe we're wrong and he's right. No, never. LOLCOWS are always objectively wrong. This is so important. So anyway,
This guy fucking sucks.
see?
I would whoop his ass offline in this game 10 games out of fucking 10. He's not doing
No, he wouldn't, by the way. He's done this before. He said this a million times. But anyway, again, long story short, he says this.
fuck this guy.
Telly is an old school player who has practiced with Jipes and Sanford, by the way. He got top 8 at the biggest Evo tournament for NBC2 last year. But don't worry, guys. DSP, Phil Burnell, the fucking loser Phil Burnell, the lolcow Phil Burnell is always right. So he knows that he's better. Because when he went to play on the 2004 and he got 4th place Evo champion, quote unquote, you're not a champion if you get 4th place, Dale. I mean, Phil. You don't get, if I get 4th place, I didn't win. You fucking loser. Like, he always says, like, I'm the Evo champion. You were not the champion. 1st place is the champion. You could have said, I got 4th place Evo, and that's it. But don't say 4th Evo place champion, as he has said repeatedly on occasions. And that was an abort version. If you don't believe me, do the research. Essentially, DSP in 2004 played on a version, on a port of Street Fighter 2, if I'm not mistaken, that was like really, really bad. And literally, like, I think like all the American players just kind of said like, fuck this, we're not playing. I mean, I'm not going to play on a bad version, on a bad port. And there are YouTube videos that discuss it, that it's a bad port, that they're literally dropped inputs, like bad frame data, etc., 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 a lot of things. So, you know, they didn't play on it. So here comes this fucking replacement. He's like, I got 4th place. So again, not top player. 4th place Evo. So he says, I'm the top player in America, which is like the dumbest thing ever. I have analogies for this, but they're so stupid. So
Guy fucking sucks.
yeah, okay, he sucks. That's why he won, by the way. This is very important. When DSP wins, it's because he's better. When he loses, it's because of lag. It's always the same. It's always the fucking same. And obviously, shoutouts to his dents and retards. And DSP, by the way, fakes donations. So most of the money that he's get, whenever he gets that add-on $50 or add-on $100, anything that's not a super chat is fake. Always consider it like that.
I can't jump.
I can't jump. You can hear him press the keys.
I can't jump.
Here he is jumping.
It's so bad I can't even jump.
Oh my god, he won! Congratulations!
Than him. I'm not playing. Actually, low attacks or random low attack. You can't block him. He's terrible. I'm way fucking better than him.
But you're not. In fact, it's the opposite. Actually, buddy, you're lying. But this is, like I said, this is a typical lolcow. They will ignore reality, as I said before. They're like, hey, you lost, but I'm better. No, you literally lost. Phil, winning 1 round out of 100 doesn't make you better than him. Yes, it does. No, it really doesn't. But anyway, again, sum up, he's a piece of shit. He goes through the same situation. This is the typical episode that can encapsulate Darkside Phil. He says he knows something. He actually doesn't. He challenges a better player than him because everyone is better than him at the game. I bet I could beat him, and I don't play Marvel vs. Capcom crew. I bet I could beat Darkside Phil, no problem. Give me like a month to practice, and I could probably beat him. I'll definitely beat him. No way. No way I'd lose to this retard. No fucking way. And then you get the final one, which is, hey, I would win if this were offline. Okay, go play offline. Go play offline.
Questions, why don't you go watch the videos where I've actually played good players and see how I react when I actually play a really good player? I usually give them massive respect.
So, okay, let's clarify. And by the way, he's talking about like when he loses games, he's played against really good players. But when he plays against really good players, he never says, oh, it was the lag. Oh, it was something else. He doesn't say it because that would admit that he's wrong. So, I mean, this is just like typical retard behavior from a loser. And I can't believe that people give money to this loser. Well, to be fair, his dents, the people that give him money are people who are mentally handicapped, by the way. That's no joke. This is not hyperbole, again. There are people who are literally mentally handicapped losers whom he takes advantage of. And that's terrible. And finally, we have Wings of Redemption. What's his name? Richard. I forgot his name. His real name is Richard. I don't remember his real name. What was Richard's real name? I forgot. Anyway, so Wings of Redemption, in case you don't know, he's famous for being a pedophile, for saying that the age of consent should be 12. He's admitted multiple times, not once, not even as he says, as a shock jock joke. He's admitted multiple times to having child porn in his computer, to having watched child porn. There are videos of him getting excited and talking inappropriately to 16-year-old girls in game. This is not, again, not hyperbole. This is true. There are videos of him like smiling and breathing into the microphone like a sick, twisted, pedophiliac fuck that he is. Just trying to hit on 16-year-old girls and just saying some really raunchy shit. And he's a disgusting individual. He lies constantly. He says, I own my house, but I actually don't own it. I have stock in a company that doesn't have stock. I make like a lot of money every year, but I have no money. He's a literal walking contradiction of life. Like everything he says is false. To quote Mimir, if he told you snow was white, he'd be lying. That's how much of a fucking liar he is. And, of course, his ego is so big that he thinks he's better than he actually is. And he lies about everything. He says, I'm a StarCraft professional. He's not. I have been Mortal Kombat Deception top 3 player or second top player in the world. That's a lie. That's already been debunked. He lies about everything. And then he has these miserable pity parties where he just screams at people and says, like, I don't know why everyone treats me like Brad, like real talk. He's terrible. He's just a horrible human being in every direction. But this is what encapsulates him the most, in my opinion, which is I think there are like 3 or 4 replays here of 1v1s where he loses every single, I don't think he's ever won a 1v1, by the way. He loses every single one of the 1v1s he's played after he sets the rules, because apparently you need to have rules. It's not like I want to pick my stuff and you pick your stuff. Where he says to people, you can't jump, you can't use this, you can't use that. So he tries to have an advantage, and then he always ends up losing. And instead of being a good sport and saying, shit, I lost, fuck, you're better than me, fuck you, good job, like, you know, a little handshake and be frustrated at yourself, not at the other player, he just goes full baby mode, rejects the loss, says I didn't lose because it doesn't count, even though it counts, because that's not how reality works, Richard. You can't just say like it doesn't count because I don't want it to count. That's not how it works. But that's Richard. So let's take a look at this, because this is just beautiful. So I mean, this is the deal they make. Again, thank you, YouTube, again. I've never bought this shit. I'm not gonna buy any of your humble bundle crap. Thank you. If Richard wins Diamond, Skittle, if Richard wins, Diamond Skittle, who's the player that already streamed this, changes his name to Bronze Skittle. If Skittle wins, Richard changes his name to Carry UAB. Spoiler alert, he loses, right here. He loses, and he doesn't do it. In fact, I'm going to tell you the sum of this video, because I don't want to show you. You can go watch these videos. In fact, go subscribe to Breaking Banquet, go subscribe to Revsy, go subscribe to Red Dale, go watch the videos, give it a like. You don't have to like my channel. You don't have to like my video, but just this stuff. And just go watch it and watch him at how he loses this round the first time that he does a 1v1. Not the first time, just what we're seeing in the video. He loses the 1v1. He says it doesn't count. and then he wants to play it again, which is not how it works. Like, you can do a do-over. Like, I know this happens, like, in wrestling and other places, like, oh, crap, you know, you beat me. Oh, no. So, hey, but if I had another chance, I would beat you. And then they do it again and he loses again. That would make sense, but he's just such a baby. Boom, dead.
I don't mean to interrupt, but this isn't the wars.
No, good lord, dude.
He lost again.
It'll take the second round.
I didn't know we were gonna do this. Like, just hide the whole time.
There it is, and there's already the excuse. And this is Richard again. All the excuses, all the lolcows do the same thing. I have seen streamers that don't admit to losses, and that's okay. And they can get angry, but it's not something that they do every single game. Every time.
At the door, and you got to engage.
You got to engage. You see, and here's again, Richard changing the rules for no reason. Like, you have to be aggressive. You have to do this. You have to do this. And by the way, Richard's gameplay is literally camping. He just picks a spot and camps. And he says, I'm going to get more kills and better KD in the end. And even if he gets a better KD, he's like 1 to 2. Like, so he'll get 2 kills and die once and say like, but my KD is better. Meanwhile, there are other players that get like 20 kills and they die 10 times. And he's like, I'm still better. And he's retarded and he can't count and he's terrible at math. And what's a predicate, homie?
You got the idea is you meet at the door and you fight right at the door.
Kenyan reality again, of course.
Bunker wars because you're supposed to like.
You're supposed to. No, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You fat retard piece of shit. I hope you die. You're not supposed to. Stop lying. You're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to win. You're being stream sniped. Again, this is a lie. He was not stream sniping, but he's gonna use that as an excuse, and he invented camping. Absolutely.
I've never seen bunker wars where the guy just won't move.
Oh no. Oh, you're angry that you lost, you fat retard piece of shit.
I'm gonna start holding angles like Skittle.
Okay, do that. Let's see how that goes. That's shout out to Fat Pikachu. Let's see him die.
What?
What? And by the way, shoutouts also to the moves moving when he's fucking just shaking his leg because of his anxiety. Look at the fucking jiggle on that titty. I have seen like models that have less jiggle than this motherfucker. Let's just see the death. Let's see how good he is.
Bullshit, dude. Like every time he hits the head, he doesn't hit nothing else.
Oh no. Are we gonna make a rule now that he can't hit the head? You fucking sack of shit. You fucking pedophile asshole.
Oh, my mic was muted.
I know you did, bro. I'm sorry. It's just a word.
Aren't you gonna play the angles, Richard? Isn't that what you said?
Not say.
Please show me the death. Please show me the death. I want to see him die.
Blackbeard.
Here we go. That's where he dies.
This man brought Blackbeard out. I thought it was a black. You couldn't do that.
You couldn't do that? Again, why, Richard, why are you setting up rules for a game that already has rules? All to your advantage and you still fucking fail. Jesus Christ. And he lost. And then he says, it doesn't count. First to 8. Diamond the goat.
We're running that back again.
Running that back again. So there's, again, this is why he gets bullied and why he deserves to get bullied for the rest of his life. And I hope if you're watching this, I hope that he gets bullied for it. I'm not saying you should bully him because I know YouTube and I know how they behave, but still, like, I hope that if someone's going to bully him, I hope it happens and I hope he gets it. And I hope it happens and I hope he gets bullied for the rest of his life. I'm not saying bully him directly. I can't. But now throw a controller at Pikachu. I love those comments. So,
Literally, that last round, he spent 2 minutes in the bunker.
let's see his excuses. Here comes the excuses. Wait. A comment got deleted somewhere. Is this the one? Hold on. You get more respect for taking the L. Oh, that's a comment. You get more respect for taking the L than just being a bitch. Absolutely. Absolutely, he's right. This guy, all caps, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely 100% correct. Vasil, I know that guy. I've heard about Vasil. Get over yourself, dude.
That was a long.
So he already lost, and
because he was actually reading the chat and responding to some people in the chat.
and now he's making shit up about like how he was watching the chat, and this is where it starts to get.
That's the thing that pops up first.
Want to buy and ship
Oh my
goods from
god,
US?
YouTube, please.
US?
If someone knows any good like ad blocking stuff, please tell me.
Go ahead and ban Steph, please.
Oh, he lost, so he's bad in his chat. I mean, this is something that Richard does a lot, by the way. Whenever he loses, people call him out because he's such a loser, and he goes into like 2-week subscriber mode just for this stuff. And he says, "What's your all-time record in 1v1s?" Instead of saying 0, he says like, "Oh, ban this guy, please." That's his answer to everything. Like, deny reality, never accept responsibility. This is typical lolcow behavior. Never accept responsibility. This is always someone else's fault. This is never Richard's fault, even though it is. It's actually beautiful. In the second one, he makes a rule. This one is an older one. You can tell because of the quality. Let's see. He says, like, don't jump in the game, even though jumping is a mechanic. Because if he can't counter it, that means that it's a bad mechanic. Not everyone else. Everyone else can counter it. But if Richard, Wings of Redemption, cannot counter this, then that means it's a bad mechanic in the game, and it should be removed. Let's see what he says.
Yeah, I'm reading chat while sitting with spawn, then we're losing, yeah. We're good.
Losing a 1v1, once again. What are the excuses? Come on. Come on.
I'm not proud of being fucking good. I never claimed to be good, just as your cautious.
He's gonna say something.
Thinks he's
Listen.
good. He's trash.
I haven't memorized this, by the way.
Look at you fucking jumping, dude.
Trash.
See, there it is. There it is. There it is. And look at the score. That's 1-8. I mean, this is Richard in a nutshell. I'm amazing. Yeah, of course I'll take you on. This is the same as Dale. This is the same as DSP. I am better than you. I play the game. I lose. And then you talk shit when you lose.
Look at you fucking jumping, dude. No.
This is baby. Baby. Ooga booga. Ooga ooga. Wah wah. No, you can't. I'm just gonna raise my arms. I don't want to play anymore. Wah. This is a big fucking fat retarded baby. This is Wings of Redemption in all his fucking like 180p glory. This is how you are fucking viewed by the world, as a fucking baby, because that's what you are, Richard. That's all you're ever going to be. You're going to be a fat loser who's going to die of heart failure from here to 5 to 10 more years. And you're just going to die and no one is going to miss you. Absolutely no one. You didn't even go to your grandmother's funeral. He did not go to his grandmother's funeral. That's a big deal. That's a big fucking deal. Like, the person that that supposedly raised him because his parents were like inbred cousins, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. His Richard's parents are inbred cousins on the first or second degree, so that's already messed up. So he's a result of incest, which doesn't explain anything. I mean, you could be a result of incest and not be an asshole, but he's such a fucking baby. He raises his arms up. He's like, no, I don't want to. Wah. If I don't win, it's rigged. Ooh. What a bitch.
Dies in an automobile wreck.
Oh yeah, and here we have the legendary moment, obviously.
Whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
He's saying this because he lost a game. That's all you need to know. And of course, we have the legend, the infamous Bog 1v1 between Richard and Syndicate. Short story long, and long story short, he dies, and he breaks his controller around here, I think.
I broke my controller.
There it is.
You broke your controller?
Yeah, keep fucking laughing, you fucking faggot.
Oh, Wings, I think you are.
Fuck! Why the fuck you stream that shit? Anyway, he breaks his controller, he calls his friends pieces of shit, and that's why no one ever wanted to hang out with him. And again, after this, like years later, he still blames like PKA, Painkiller Already podcast, for like ruining his life and all this stuff. And he's just a scumbag. He's just a fat baby. He's just a loser lolcow baby who behaves like a baby, acts like a baby, never grew up. He never grew up. He can be like 40, 50. Age is not a direct correlation to you being mature. And Richard is the prime example. This is why this episode encapsulates everything about Richard. And every single one of these like videos encapsulates the reason why I call the video the encapsulation is because of this. because every single one of these is the perfect representation of what the lolcows represent. So in this one, again, we have the first one with Dale, we have the second one with DSP, and then we have the third one with Wings of Redemption, aka Richard, where they say, hey, I'm actually a really good player. I'll take you on in 1v1 because I am the best player in the world in 1v1. But you have to go with the M16 on my map, and Syndicate had lag. He had like 200 pings, so he had the disadvantage, and Richard had the advantage of lag. So already, even with all the rules that he sets, he still loses. And instead of accepting it and saying, okay, I'm going to change my name to Carried UAB, I'm going to accept the L. I'm going to change my name for a month. Let's say, okay, how about a month? Like, try to debate it. Like, say for a month, can I change my name to Carried UAB? Okay, fine. Ha ha ha. You lost, but you took it like a man, and people respect that. When you lose a game and you lose like a man, that's a good thing. That's okay. No one's going to hate you if you lose a game. No one is going to hate you if you lose a game. But everyone is going to hate you if you act like a fucking child whenever you lose a game. That's the key difference in this case. And that's the thing that Richard will never, ever, ever understand in his fucking life. That he is a fat, fucking retarded baby who's a pedophile, who's a groomer. No, I don't know if he's a groomer, but he's a pedophile. I mean, definitely a pedophile. Like, I guarantee you right now that if the FBI were to raid his house today, that his computer would have child porn in it. I guarantee it. Because you don't talk about, like, if you make one joke about child porn, that's already messed up. If you make like 30 jokes about child porn, and then you also talk to underage girls in a sexual way, which you should never do, then you are a pedophile. There's no doubt in my mind. And he's going to be like, I didn't say that. That was just a funny joke. For it to be funny, Richard, both people need to laugh. They weren't laughing. They were like, can you please fucking stop, you fucking fat piece of shit? He's a pedophile. There's no doubt about this. There's enough evidence. Even a judge would look at it and say, after looking at the evidence, yeah, this guy's a pedo. Arrest this ass. Send him to prison. I want to see if he can get fucked in the ass with his big ass cheeks. He's a disgusting individual. But anyway, that's what this is all about. So we have Low Tier God challenges a viewer, loses to that viewer, and then bans the viewer because he beat him. So he's humiliating himself. Then we have DSP doing the same thing. He says, I'm better than him, but I lost every single game to him. So that somehow means that I'm correct, which is not. And then we have Wins of Redemption, the pedophile who loses every single game that he claims to be good at, and he lies constantly. I guess like all lolcows. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to see what I'm going to eat. I'm going to take a look at that. So happy Mother's Day to whoever's watching. You know what to do if you like the video, blah, blah, blah. You subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You already know. I don't need to tell you that. I hate telling people to do that. You already know what to do. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Bye-bye. See ya.